Okay, so I don't think there's anything else I need to say. It's over to you, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony.
Michael.
Good afternoon. Hopefully we've eliminated the negative this morning so that we can accentuate the positive this afternoon. We have a special meditation this afternoon that will help you, hopefully, to unfold your spiritual powers and make you aware of those spiritual powers. But before we go into the meditation, there's someone else that I'd like you to meet, and you do know them very well indeed, and they're with you every second of every day. And that is your greater self. Your greater self. There's only so much of us that can be poured into a human frame, and each of us has lived many times, and each of us has had many, many experiences. And as a result of having those lives and living those lives and having those experiences, we're quite wise. You wouldn't think so, because we draw on our little self rather than our greater self. But we do have access in times of meditation, in times of stillness, to our greater self and to all that wisdom. So it's worth asking our greater self at times when we are challenged, what should we do? I don't know what to do, but you know what to do. Let's join together for a little while and we'll come up with the solution. And very often it's a good idea to ask the greater self what that solution might be, and then to leave it, to do absolutely nothing and say, greater self sorting it out. And you'll find that energy flows from your greater self to your physical self, to your mental self, to your spiritual self, and that solutions will present themselves. And not the solution that your little self will think, this is what should happen, but the solution that is right for you in the situation and right for others in the situation. And the crooked path will be made straight. So, we are going to take now a stroll with our greater self. We're going to meet our greater self, and our greater self is going to reveal to us the powerful you, exclamation mark, beings that we really are, and show us how to use those powers for the good of ourselves, for the good of our families, our children, every soul on earth, and the planet itself. So please prepare for a longer meditation. And we're going to do that initially by relaxing the physical body. Now, for the most part, the physical body is in control of us. The physical body says, my foot's hurting. The physical body says, feed me. The mental body says, I want to worry about this and draw your attention to it. And we don't want any of those things to happen. We want to put ourselves in charge, our spirit selves, our true selves, in charge of our physical body. So the physical body is going to obey us for the next few minutes. So I'd like you please to take a deep breath, let it out, and close your eyes. And we will focus on that pesky physical body, and we will begin to relax it. So I'd like you to turn your attention, please, to your left foot. Move your attention, your consciousness to your left foot, and relax that foot by telling it that you are now in command of it. It will respond to your wish to relax now, not to move now, that you are in control. You'll tell it when you want it to move again. And feel that left foot as a result of your request, your command I should say, relaxing, giving in to gravity, becoming heavy, relinquishing itself to gravity, sinking through the floor. Feel the toes becoming heavy, the ball of the foot becoming heavy, the heel becoming heavy, the whole foot giving in to gravity. As you leave that foot to relax further and move your attention to the right foot. And you now repeat the exercise with the right foot. The right foot is under your control. The right foot will do what you want it to do, not what it tells you to do. Feel the toes of the right foot becoming heavy, giving in to gravity. It feels as though your foot, both your feet, your left foot, your right foot, are sinking through the floor that they are resting on. As you move your attention to your lower legs, left and right, feel any tension that you have in the body running out down the lower legs and out through the feet and away from you as the lower legs begin to give in to gravity. Feel the pull on the muscles. Down the energy, the material energy is pulled down through your lower legs, out through your feet and away from you. Now move your attention to the upper legs, left and right, and feel the upper legs giving in to gravity, becoming heavy. Feel them sinking into the chair that you are sitting on, and feel any tensions from the hips downwards flowing down the upper legs, down through the knees, down through the lower legs, down through the ankles and into the feet and away from you. You can imagine that any tensions you are holding on to or have been holding on to, imagine them as grey energy, now flooding out from your legs, leaving them filled with light and with peace, with serenity. As you move your attention to the torso, and with each in-breath and out-breath, you relax the torso. You feel the organs within the torso giving in to gravity, giving in to the pull of the earth. Feel your torso relaxing, feel the organs becoming heavy, sinking towards the earth, and any tensions that you are holding in your torso flowing down through the torso into the upper legs, down the lower legs, and out through the feet and into the earth where they are neutralized, leaving your torso, your legs, and your feet feeling peaceful and unmoving and still as you move your attention to your arms. Now feel the pull of gravity on your arms, on your shoulders, on your arms, on the muscles in your upper arms, your elbows, the tendons in your lower arms, the wrists, your palms of your hand, the fingers of your hand becoming heavy, sinking through your upper legs, which in turn feel as though they're sinking through the chair on which you're sitting. And all the time, any negative energies are flowing down from your shoulders, out through your arms, down from your torso, down through your upper legs and your lower legs, and out through your feet and away from you. As you move your attention to the area where we tend to store so much tension, our neck and the back of the neck. Feel the back of the neck relaxing. Feel the muscles unbunching in the neck. Feel the pull of the earth, the pull of gravity, as your neck relaxes and any tensions that you've been holding in your neck flow down through your torso, down through your legs, and out through your feet. And now we move our attention to our head, to the tension that we hold in the temples, to the tension that we hold in our brow, to the tension that we hold in our jaw. And we are commanding those areas of our body to relax. And as we do so, the tension in our head, the tension in our temples, any tension in our brow, any tension in our jaw, flows down through our neck as grey energy that then flows down through our torso, through our upper legs, down through our lower legs, and out through our feet and into the earth. So I want you for a couple of minutes to continue this process, to perfect this process, and then we will move on into this afternoon's visualization. And now, as with this morning's meditation, you're going to step out, the spiritual you're going to step out of your physical body. So take a deep breath, let it out, and then in your imagination, stand up from your spiritual body. See yourself lifting up from the material you. And when you've done that, turn around for a moment and look at the physical you sitting in the chair. That's the physical you, the material you. But the spiritual you, the you that you are at this moment, is about to go on a journey. And don't forget that you cannot abandon the physical you. You are not going to affect the physical you negatively in any way, because there is a cord connecting you from your solar plexus as a spirit being to your solar plexus as a material being that is feeding energies and communications both ways so that you are perfectly safe and perfectly connected together. Allow your vision of that cord to disappear. It is there, but you don't need to look at it. And now turn around from yourself so that you are facing forwards. And suddenly, a full-length mirror appears in front of you. Look at your reflection in that mirror. It is brighter than you normally see yourself. There is a glow around yourself. You look so vital, so energized, so healthy, because you are looking at your greater self, that greater part of you that is you, that normally you don't access. And your greater self, this glowing version of yourself, this peaceful, healed version of yourself, steps out of that full-length mirror in front of you and greets you, holds out their hand to you. And you take their hand and you feel a flow of positive energy course through your body. They grip your hand and your forearm tightly, and they pull. And you are compelled to step through the mirror with them. So you step up and through the mirror. And you find yourself on the other side of the mirror in a more vibrant version of your own living room at home, with your greater self standing next to you. Now everything in this version of your living room looks brighter somehow, more alive somehow, more vital somehow. The things in the room are identical to the things that you have in your own living room, but they are filled with light. And the addition to the room is the full-length mirror that you just stepped through, which moves over to a corner where it will wait for you to return to it later in this visualization. Your greater self, with a smile, invites you to sit down in your favorite armchair. And you do so, and it feels so peaceful, so calm, so perfectly at home, not just in your living room, but in vibration. I've lots to show you today, your greater self says. But to start with, I'd like to give you a little gift. And they cup their hands together, and in their hands appears a flower in a pot, a plant with blooms on it in a pot. And they offer it to you. And you take hold of the flower in the pot, and you hold it in your hands, and you look at it. Now, your greater self says, I invite you to change its color. And you look at them curiously, and you say, how on earth do I do that? By simply thinking about it, says your greater self. By simply wishing it to be, seeing that flower, those flowers on that plant, as being a different color. Remember, you are a powerful you, exclamation mark. A powerful you being. And so you look at the flower, you study the flower, you study the flowers on the plant, and you see them in your mind's eye as being a different color. And lo and behold, they change from the color they were when they were given to you to exactly the color you're thinking of. Well done, says your greater self. Now, how about changing the flowers into different types of flower? How on earth do I do that? You wonder again. By simply thinking about it, says your greater self. By simply seeing them as being a different type of flower. Remember, we together are a powerful you, ! being. So you concentrate on the flowers, you imagine them as being a different type of bloom, and they change instantly into the type of flower you've been thinking of. Your greater self is very happy about your ability to do this. Smiling, they take the plant pot from you, they cup their hands around it, and it disappears. Don't worry, they say. We can bring it back, you can bring it back whenever you want to. Just by wishing it here, just by thinking it here, by accepting that it is here in your mind and in your heart. Now, says your greater self, I'd like you to look at this room, your living room, to really look at it for the first time. And you do so, you concentrate, and you concentrate on all the things that are in that room. And you are excited, you are thrilled to see intricate patterns of light flowing through everything in your room. Through your chairs, through your carpets, through the pictures on your walls, through the walls themselves, through your ornaments, through everything that you have in that room. Now, as you look at this intricate weave of light flowing through everything, look at me now, says your greater self. And you look at them, and you see patterns of energy flowing through them too. There's a different pattern in every object, but you can see that those patterns are related, that it's the same light in everything. Look at yourself in the mirror now, your greater self says. And you do so, you look over to the mirror in the corner, you can see your reflection in it, and you can see intricate patterns of light flowing through yourself, through your hands, your legs, your arms, your torso. Wherever you look at your body, there is light. And so you have light flowing through you, and your greater self is filled with light too. The two of you are glowing divine beings. And you realize that the light energy you are witnessing, the light energy in your furnishings, the light energy in your greater self, the light energy in yourself, flows through everything around you and flows through everything in this material universe and flows through everything in the spiritual universes too. You and I, says your greater self, us and everything in this room are part of a unified divine energy matrix. And because we are part of everything else, and everything else is part of us, we are able to influence, to shape, to mold that energy matrix through our thoughts and our wishes. We can influence it through our dreaming, through our visualizations. Come now, says your greater self. Let me show you how this works. Let me show you just how powerful you are. We are. Let's go for a walk. And so you get up from your armchair and you both step out through your front door. But you find yourself not in the usual surroundings outside your house, but instead on a typical street somewhere with shops and houses and cars and bikes and people. And it's a bright, sunny day. And the people on the street are going about their various businesses. It's a typical scene, except that no one can see you. No one notices you. You and your greater self can wander unseen amongst this crowd. And today you can also see with your psychic eyes, with your spiritual eyes, lights, colors around everyone in that street. Lights shining out from them, from their heads, from their hearts, from their chakras. But not all of the lights are very bright, and not all of the colours are very bright. Some people on that street seem to have a cloudiness, a greyness about them. And you notice particularly a man walking towards you. He can't see you, but he's walking towards you, and he looks sad. He looks worried. He looks depressed. There's a cloud of dark, grey, negative energy wrapped around him, hanging over him, infusing him. Shall we help him? Your greater self asks you. I'd like to, you tell your greater self, but I don't know how. By sharing, streaming out a higher vibration of light to them, by surrounding them with it, by infusing them with it. You have a well, a bottomless well of high vibrational light in your spiritual heart. Look, they say, and you look down and you see brilliant light, vivid color streaming out from the middle of your chest. Send it out to the gentleman, says your greater self. Will it to go out to that man. And you concentrate on doing this, and a beam of light suddenly shoots out from your chest and surrounds the man. And as it does so, it literally illuminates him. And as it does so, the dark cloud around him begins to lighten. You can see it lightening as you watch him. The cloud around him slowly becomes transparent. And as it does so, their expression changes. They seem much brighter now, literally, much more cheerful now. You can sense the positive change in them as they pass by you and continue down the street with more of a spring in their step. And as you watch them walk into the distance along this street, the grey cloud around them grows lighter and lighter until it completely disappears. Your greater self is pleased. Follow me, they say. And they step right through the wall, the solid, seemingly solid wall of one of the houses on the street. Right through it as though it isn't there. You follow them. You're getting used to this sort of thing. You follow them and you find yourself moving through the wall too as though it's not there. Passing through the wall and stepping into someone's living room on the other side of the wall. And in this living room, there's a young couple. But they don't notice you. They don't see you or your greater self. And they are arguing. They are shouting at each other. And as they do so, you notice what look like little, sharp, jagged, angry red arrows of light shooting between them and into them, from one to the other with every angry comment, and slowly filling the room so that the room is becoming angry and red and disturbed. And the atmosphere in that room is dark. It's unbearable. Quick, says your greater self. Let's diffuse the situation. Stream the white light out from your heart into this room and surround the couple with it, asking the divine for peace in their hearts and their minds. And you concentrate on doing so, and a beam of white light again shoots out from your chest and begins to fill the room and to alter the frequency of the vibrations in that room. White light streams out from your greater self's heart too. And as the room fills with light, the couple gradually stop arguing. They gradually calm down. They look at each other as though they can't understand what they've been arguing about. They stand up, move to each other and hug each other. And the room begins to feel warm and welcoming and peaceful and harmonious, lighter and brighter. You feel good about this. You have diffused the argument. You have reinstated harmony and balance to those people, to that couple and to that room. And as you think that has been a wonderful experience for you, the scene around you suddenly shimmers and changes. And you find yourself, again with your greater self by your side, standing unseen, unnoticed, in an expensively furnished meeting room or a boardroom of some kind, where world leaders from various countries are sitting around a huge polished table. Each of them has a folder and sheets of paper on the desk in front of them. And many of them are talking between themselves in little groups with sincere expressions on their faces. However, as you look at these men and women more deeply with psychic eyes, with spiritual eyes, you can see that their words are surface only. Your spiritual senses tell you that each of them has a hidden agenda. There is much talk on the surface of peace and harmony in this room, but within the hearts, the spiritual hearts of these leaders, you sense only a desire for more conflict, only a desire for more profit, only a desire for more power. Things here are not what they seem to be on the surface. We together have the power to change their perspective, whispers your greater self. Use the white light from the well of light within your heart once again now. Send it out from your heart. Surround them with it. Infuse them with it. Remind them by touching their hearts with your light of who and what they really are. Now both of you do this at this point. You reach into those hardened hearts with the light from your heart. And here and there, you witness a softening of someone's expression. And here and there you witness the conversation turning to a genuine desire for and discussion concerning peace. The seeds have been planted, says your greater self. The conscience of some of these souls has been touched by the light. Come now, let's take a wider view, says your greater self. And suddenly the conference room disappears and you find yourself floating in space now with your greater self, looking down on the shining, turning jewel that is the earth. It's as easy to change things from here for the better as it was to rearrange things in our living room, explains your greater self. All we need to do is to visualize a whole new world. A more spiritual world, a world infused with divine light. What would that world be like, your greater self asks you? More loving, perhaps? More peaceful, perhaps? The earth as it was meant to be, a playground for the angels visiting it, as it was created to be? See that world in your mind. Wrap the earth in your love and your vision and the light from your heart, and you will change things there. And you realize that you have a limitless supply of light within your heart. And you now see it streaming out once again from your chest and surrounding the whole planet. It's no problem to surround the whole planet with your light. There is ample light in your spiritual heart to do so. And as it surrounds the earth, it delivers peace and harmony and spiritual sanity, and honesty, and transparency, and decency to the world. You realize that you and people like you are the ones with the true power on earth. No matter what anyone else says, you and people like you are the ones with the true power on earth. You feel joyful at this point. You realize you can and that you are changing things on earth through the use of your light, through your limitless power when you connect to the divine, when you act as the facet of the divine, the facet of divine love you truly are. And as you look at the world in front of you, this beautiful blue-green jewel, a vision of light, of joy, and of harmony now because of the light that you have put into it. The planet beneath you slowly fades away, and the space around you slowly fades away. And you find yourself back in your greater self's version of your own living room. Your greater self steps towards you and hugs you, and you feel the energy the positive energy transferred from your greater self that has come to you as a result of you having lived so many times, undergone so many experiences, learned so many things, become more in so many lifetimes. And your greater self steps back from you and you move towards the full-length mirror you stepped through to get here, which is still standing in the corner of your living room. You step back through it now and find yourself standing as a spirit once again in front of your physical self that is still sitting, eyes closed, unmoving and relaxed, in your chair in the Persian room in the sanctuary. So now you step towards your body, you turn around so that your back is towards your physical body, and you sit down within your physical self. In front of you, as you reconnect with your physical body, you can see your greater self waving from the other side of the mirror. They smile at you and you feel such love from them. No judgment, just love, just harmony and peace. Just an acceptance of what they are and what you are. Complete acceptance wrapped in divine light and love. They smile at you and you know they will always be with you. Your constant companion, your constant strength, your co-worker in the light. They and the mirror now slowly fade from view as you relax into and reintegrate with your physical body. And now, in your own time, and asking the divine within you, the divine that surrounds you, to close your chakras as you do so that you are protected and can operate fully on a physical level once again. Return peacefully and slowly, refreshed and re-energized and healed to this world. Everybody's back with us. Good. Interesting to note that as we've been out on that journey, our physical selves are just about done and roasted now in this room. So we can tuck in whenever we want to.